Good evening, everyone, and thank you for finding time to come. We are going to use the next 30 minutes to try to provide you information regarding how you can achieve your objective regarding professional certification in public relations. It's going to be an interactive session, so you will have opportunity to ask questions. I have already provided some background to the conversation we're going to have at this hour via the announcements I made. So public relations is a profession that should be considered indispensable for human success, no matter the context or the environment. The people who seem to have understood it very well are those who live in advanced societies. If you are going to practice a big business, run a big business in the US, or you are going to contest as governor, or want to be president, or you want to go to parliament, you definitely know that public relations is a major tool you have to use to be able to achieve your objective. We also do realize, even in Africa, specifically in Nigeria, that public relations people, especially those who have studied it professionally, do make a difference when people are aspiring to get into parliament or become commissioners, or you want to make yourself known to people in any given environment, and so that they can patronize the ideas and identify with your cause. And if you run a business, it's very difficult for you to optimize the resources you have and utilize their potentials fully if you are not employing public relations techniques. And I know from my 4 decades of experience training public relations practitioners that lawyers, engineers, medical doctors, estate management practitioners, and bishops, general overseers of churches who have come to train have found it very uplifting. The religious leaders who come to the classroom to learn public relations, they always, if we teach them on a Saturday and they go to church on Sunday, they preach a much better message, and they come back the following Saturday to tell me that they have become better preachers. They are taking a more progressive and impactful approach to the work they do, even as men of God. So even as at family level, as a husband, as a wife, as a father, as a mother, if you have public relations skills, you are likely to be able to groom world-class, globally competitive children who are able to attract scholarships to be able to study in any part of the world. And when they do get opportunities to compete at any arena, they generally win. They win at quiz competitions, at essay competitions, at debates, because they have been groomed by people who understand how to communicate, even at that level. So there is no one who can say he doesn't have need for public relations. Everybody does have need for PR. What I have experienced over the years is that sometimes you find, for example, medical doctors who come and train because they want to use it to improve their medical practice, only for them to eventually even abandon medicine, having fallen in love with public relations. And that's what they now choose to do. Some of them go into consultants, some of them set up very big international organizations and settle for it as a full-time endeavor. And so those of you who have joined us, I suspect that you also do have various interests that you are pursuing, and we are going to assist you to be able to actualize whatever objectives that are emanating from those interests that you have. Is not just the regular communication that people do. Yes, virtually everyone may be able to open mouth and speak, but not everyone knows how to communicate for impact, communicate to protect reputation, communicate to manage image. And when people don't take the time to study it professionally, they get the wrong impression that PR people are those who are into image. They call them image makers when people don't know what a profession is. But PR people are not image makers; they are image managers. They are reputation managers. Image manager and image maker are not the same. An image maker is somebody who can look at black and start presenting it as white. And a lot of people who practice public relations in this part of the world, that's what they do, and that's basically propaganda. The professional public relations gets you to anticipate problems and nip them in the bud so that they don't even becomes a headache that you have to start looking for pills to address. And that's where I think most of you who have joined this conversation this evening, that's where I think you want to climb to. And that's the honorable place to be. Whatever business you do is going to transport you to an incredible level. By the time you practice it, after training within the 7 days that we have proposed, what you will find is that your business will hit the moon. You will, whatever you're doing will gain traction, and the way we train is such that you don't actually have to wait until you finish the training. Every day you come for the training, you get skills, you get knowledge, you get awareness. You can take to your office on Monday, take to your church on Sunday, the next time you will meet, and take back to your family and begin to do things much, much better. If you have been struggling financially, maybe you're doing a job that you don't like, the tools that you will pick up from the class will make you realize that you have been operating in an environment where you are sitting on a gold mine. You are living on acres of diamond without realizing what you're sitting on. So public relations opens their eyes to those kinds of things. And the people who don't seem to like you, once you apply public relations tools, you are likely to discover that all those doors that have been shut against you, they will suddenly open, and people may start wondering what happened. It's not juju, it's just application of skill. There's a way to go about relating with people, relating with communities, relating with government officials, agencies, relating with the international community to be able to attract the opportunities that will change your life dramatically and for the better, and in ways that will lift your family up and get you out of financial insecurity and move you in the direction of financial freedom. We all can do with living life of comfort and, of course, life of significance. And that's what we're trying to give you the tools to do. For those of you who were lucky to be on any platform that I have spoken on recently, whether it's the Covenant Nation or the other places that I have had the opportunity to share some of these ideas. You are lucky because one of the things we have decided to do via our foundation, the Egudoro Education Foundation, is to assist you in a very significant way in terms of the fees. It's an honorable profession and it's a very empowering profession. So to go through the training also requires substantial expenditure. But I have chosen, in collaboration with the people who are on the platform of our foundation, to see to it that money will not stop you from achieving your goals. So we are going to give you very special discount just because you are coming on this platform, so that you'll be able to receive the training. But then you choose whether you want to write the exam or not. The exam is not in my hands in terms of the financial implications. So if you choose to write the exam, then you pay the exam board the fee. But if you don't intend to go as far as getting the certificate, then you don't have to worry about the exam. You just take your skill to the field and make a difference there. You can also write the exam later if you don't have the means now. So public relations, by way of breaking it down, will, in the course of you studying it, that will involve you paying attention to communication psychology. Most people who study mass communication, one of the areas of life they missed while they were studying mass comm in the Polytechnic or university is the field of communication psychology. Most universities and polytechnics do not handle that part well. And that is the heart of the profession. If you don't understand human psychology, if you don't understand how to communicate from the angle of what is going on in the brains of people you are relating with, then it becomes difficult. No matter how much of good English you speak, you are not likely to be able to achieve your objective. So communication psychology is a major area. That is something that most people are not familiar with. And so we are going to deal with it. And you will find it very, very uplifting, because you will be able to use it right away, in your family and in your relationship with people. And you see that doors and windows that have been locked against you will start opening, and you will have every reason to rejoice. We'll also train you in some aspects of management and get you to understand integrated marketing communication, things that have to do with advertising, direct marketing, sales promotion, and of course, go into the core public relations itself and expose you to strategy, tactics, expose you to international communication culture of different parts of the world, so that you know how to adjust the way you talk, whether verbally or in writing or even by way of body language, when you find yourself operating in different climes. And those are some of the things that you will find very critical. So we'll look at the ethics of the profession, so you know what the do's and don'ts are. You will also be able to acquire skills that will promote the level of wisdom you demonstrate when you are relating with people. You'll now be able to know the difference between winning a war and winning a battle. And then we'll help you to understand why you should lose one sometimes and win the other. All of those things we're going to discuss almost on from day one of you coming into the classroom. And so you are also going to get additional benefit, because other people who are coming to the training are people who practice in diverse industries and sometimes states of the federation, and people of diverse ages. You find sometimes even undergraduates in the university join the class because they don't want to graduate and be looking for employment opportunity. They want to be able to create startups and get them, flourishing before they even graduate. And then you also have people who are already in business and running it. You find people who are getting elderly, who are running religious organizations as pastors, as general overseers, as bishops, who also join the class. And those who run NGOs who also come. Everybody wants to improve their skills so that they can do the things they're doing much, much better. That's what you are going to find. So by way of fees, it's not a lot of money, as a matter of fact, if you know the value. If you have to go through the regular stages that used to be the case before now, you will have to do pass 1, 2, and 3, but we have crafted a curriculum that is targeting those who are already products of polytechnics, colleges of education, and universities. So you don't have to necessarily worry about following all those protocols, but you have to learn everything that is in the curriculum to be able to become a competent public relations practitioner. So we'll fast track it for you if you are able to attend those 7 sessions, making those 7 contacts every Saturday, beginning from May 2, meaning 5 Saturdays in May and 2 Saturdays in June. You'll be done. Then you take about a month to prepare for examination, and then get back to us with your level of readiness, and then we can conclude the program, and you'll be able to get a professional diploma in the field. And then with that, you can approach the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations to get accepted as a member of the institute, and then you start paying fees and become a lifelong member of the institute. Annually, you subscribe, and you now have access to conferences and workshops and seminars. And of course, once you become a member of the institute, you won't be paying as much as other people pay to benefit from what the institute offers. And of course, for those of us who are going to train you, we'll continue to support you. We'll have you for life as somebody who will be mentoring you. And you can always, reach out to me by way of telephone call, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp call, or when you are solving a problem you don't seem to have got a handle on it. It's always fine for you to talk to me. I will rub minds with you, and we'll give you some guidance on how you are supposed to address the matter. So given the enormous benefits that public relations offers, generally, if you have to do it the way other people have done it, like some 10 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, it will cost you millions. But the fee, we have organized it in such a way because we recognize that people are going through all kinds of challenges now. And we have reorganized it to ensure that you get even better quality training than people who trained years back, but at a fee that is affordable. So the fee currently is 550,000 naira. In that amount, 100,000 of it is for your exam. So you don't finish paying the fee and then start looking for money for exam. So 450 of it is for training. 100 of it is for the exam. You don't have to write the exam if you don't want to. You can just pay for the training and end it there. But if you are coming on the platform that we have called lovers of public relations, meaning that you encountered me at Covenant Nation or some other platforms where I have interacted with people recently. You won't have to pay what other people are paying for the training. So you get as much as 200,000 naira written off out of the 450,000 for the training. So you pay only 250 for the training and then get 100,000 ready when you want to apply for the examination, which goes directly to the exam board. So that makes it very simple for you. And if for any reason you are not able to pay everything up front, you just talk to me, and making sure that before the end of the training, you have accounted for the financial implications of your training. We'll be able to agree with you on a payment arrangement that makes it very easy for you to come on board and achieve your goal. But whatever it is that you have chosen to do in terms of your payment arrangement, you have to get on board so that we can leave a space for you. We have space for just 25 people. The class size is 25. So if you are able to register by tomorrow or on Tuesday, but latest by Wednesday, whatever be your circumstance. If you have any challenge, feel free to call my line. Most of you by now should be very familiar with my telephone line, 09023 09069603692. 090. Surprise! I think you should be able to share that on the platform. 09069603692. That reaches me both on telephone and by way of WhatsApp. So those are the basic things you need to know. Class starts on May 2, is on a Saturday and every other Saturday. But if you prefer to just come into the class and for one full week, you come every day, Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, you do 6 weeks at a go. That's it. You start on May 4, and by May 9, you are done with the entire training. So the choice is yours. Whichever one you prefer to do is fine. We generally encourage people to try and settle for the physical program. Some people may prefer it online. Yes, if that's the only way it can work for you, yes, we'll try. But I prefer that people go through the physical training. It is generally more impactful that way, because I want to believe that if you are on this call this evening, you are not only interested in certificate, you also want to get the skills, you want to get the knowledge, you want to get the awareness, you want to also develop relationship with other people in the class, so that when you do have problems you're solving, you have colleagues who you can call upon to help you to fix those problems. And that's one of the major benefits people derive when they come in physically to go through the training. Yeah, so at this point, I'll pause and see if there's anyone in the room who has any question to ask. Just raise up your hand and we unmute you so that you can ask your question. We'll be happy to answer. And by the way, if you just joined us and you never interacted with me anywhere else beside here, I am Dr. Peter Ogudoro. I lead Nigerian teachers community, which is the largest teachers community in the world. We have over 1 million teachers there from over 100 countries. I've been on the saddle training directors of communication, major people who have done big things in the communication industry, especially with respect to publications. I've been working with them over a period of about 4 decades. So we want you to be the next person who will also go out there and start doing things that are big. Yeah. All right. The person with Xiaomi, yes, 2507. You can unmute and speak. It's fine. Yes, you are recognized. Please speak. You are muted.
Hello, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. We are able to hear you.
Okay, sir. Bidemi is my name.
What did you say is a name?
Bidemi is my name.
Okay,
I'm calling from
Bidemi, yes,
sir.
Yeah, calling from
Lagos.
You joined us from Lagos, so great. So you should be able to do the physical training. Yes, what's your question?
So, sir, let me just commend you for the initiative. So we really appreciate, sir. So what actually happened is that I actually want to I'm a physics teacher. So, and I read some of the things you posted on that platform.
Yeah.
In fact, I've read a similar thing before about it. In fact, then I have to go and do my passport so I can. But along the way I faced a lot of difficulty, and they were even saying that if like me, I study civil engineer, that if since I didn't do anything that has to do with physics, like
Okay.
physics undergraduate level, that there's no way it can work for me. So at that level, I have to give up on it and face something else. So I want to know the possibility of someone that is not with a physics background. So is it going to work?
Okay, you didn't apply at all because some people made comments that discourage you from making the effort. Is that what you're saying?
No, like I just saw it then. It's not on
Uh,
this platform.
that's what I'm saying. You said you had a conversation with some people and they gave you the impression that since you didn't study physics, that your application may not be successful. That's what I have understood you to have said.
Yes, sir, you are right.
So but you studied civil engineering.
Yes, I study civil engineering. But I've been
Uh,
teaching physics for like 6 years now.
did you study a civil engineering in a polytechnic or in a university?
In Polytechnic.
Well, if and you haven't done a conversion program to make it a degree.
I just enrolled for conversion program now.
Where do you want to do that?
From Yaba Tech.
No. You say you have just enrolled for a conversion program, or is the
Yes,
university floating the program at Yaba Tech?
yes, sir.
Which
Federal
university?
University of Oyo. Yes, they have their center in Yaba Tech.
That's fine. So, if you have a degree in engineering and
Okay, sir.
you love physics and you teach it and you teach it well, all you need to do is to work with me on the platform we have created. We will tell your story and show proof that you studied a course that has significant content of physics. Almost every branch of engineering, will teach physics almost from beginning till you graduate. Is that not the case?
Yes, you are right,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. So they know that. They know that where you are discouraged, you are to be discouraged from applying is if you wanted to do the QTS from Nigeria, qualified teacher status, using the Teachers Registration Council test to acquire qualified teacher status without getting into the UK. Then in that case, you have to prove that whatever you studied, that 50% of your course content was devoted to physics. But that's not exactly how the PGCE with QTS works. PGCE with QTS means you are going to practically leave Nigeria and get into the UK and return to classroom to learn how to teach physics. But the people who get QTS from Nigeria, they don't have to go to the UK and learn how to teach physics. It's assumed that they already have a license to teach physics, really. But this platform is for those who don't have a license to teach physics in the UK. And if that's your case, then the way the QTS using TRCN certification is processed is different from how this one is processed. That one, you don't go through any interview because it's assumed that Nigerian government has done the right job. But of course, lately we know that even that one doesn't seem to be working. So the way you are going now is the easiest way to achieve what you want. You get into the UK, the relevant agency in the UK will pick up the bills for your teacher training. They will pay you 29,000 for the entire 1 year you are going to spend there. And then from that money, you pay the university that is going to train you to become a professional teacher. And that school fee may range from about 14,000 to about 20,000. So let us assume your school fee is 18,000. So you take 18,000 out of your 29, you pay your tuition, and then what will remain will be about 11,000. You use that one for your living expenses. And of course, you are still at liberty to do some part-time jobs if you think you have the time to do that while you're going through your training. So the only difference here is the fact that you don't have a degree in civil engineering. If you had a degree in civil engineering, the issue of it wasn't physics you studied will not apply here. Physics becomes necessary only when you want to do QTS without stepping into the United Kingdom using your TRCN certification. Is my explanation clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In other words, as soon as you finish your degree program, you can get back to us and we help you to still access this opportunity.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. I will save your number now.
That's fine. But your friends who did their own civil engineering, electrical engineering, chemical engineering, even computer science, so long as they are good in physics and they are teaching it, even if they have not been teaching it, so long as they believe they can teach it, they will go through interview and answer questions that will prove to the admission officers that they know what they're talking about. So if you have such friends who studied engineering in the university, encourage them to come in immediately. They should be able to resume this September. You don't need to know anybody. Once we work with you, we just prepare you on how to make your application, prepare you for the interview. You don't need to know anybody in the UK to achieve it. It's not a Nigerian system where you have to do, you get things only on the basis of who you know.
It's fine, sir. Thank you, sir. I will do that. I will get in touch with you.
Yeah, I can see somebody is asking, what about geology? Yes. Geology, I am going to assume that when you're asking about geology, is geology in terms of you hold a degree in geology. So I also expect that geology involves a lot of physics in terms of studies. But that person, if you can unmute and display yourself better so that we don't make assumptions. Ademola. Yeah, if you hold a degree in geology and you have a degree in geology and you know physics, you can teach it or you have already taught it. We'll work with you, get your personal statement, prepared, and then show you the buttons to click to be able to make the application. And then when it's time for interview, prepare you for the interview, go for it. Such people, that's a separate conversation. The PR training is to prepare you for the processes in terms of learning how to communicate, and of course also how you are going to navigate the United Kingdom while you're there to be able to make the best use of the opportunity. But not everybody on the platform is here asking about physics, because not everybody is interested in teaching physics. Some people are running their small businesses and they want to use PR to be able to run it better. Yeah. So any other question? If you have a question, you can raise up your hand and we'll answer it. Okay, so I assume that we have made it easy for you to understand how this works. So whatever it is that you want to do, those of you who want to also teach English language, it does make sense to learn public relations. Those of you who want to launch your own online courses and be able to teach people in diverse parts of the world, we are here to help you. But we encourage you, get the skills that will enable you know how to relate with parents and promote what you're going to do. That way, you stop complaining about teachers are not paid well. My school proprietor, my school owner, my head of department is doing this or not doing that. Take charge. Get in the driver's seat of your life and take charge immediately. We are here to support you to achieve it. Life is not as tough, as difficult as we make it look. It's just a matter of ignorance. These opportunities are there. You can teach physics. You have been teaching it. You studied a course that has some content of physics, and you can prove it, and we can work with you to make your case. Why do you see opportunity that puts £29,000 in your pocket and you don't have to have a godfather in the UK to access that, and you're still procrastinating? Just little investment, and you get out of here and stop complaining about Nigeria is hard. I think that anybody who knows about the opportunity and doesn't take advantage of it is not doing himself or herself a favor. But for those of you who studied several other disciplines, whether it's early childhood education or you studied English language or mathematics, or or you run your own, or you run a religious organization, or you run an NGO, yes, go through public relations routes to empower yourself and promote what you're doing. Learn integrated marketing communication, learn communication psychology, get professionally certified, which opens doors and windows for you to access opportunities from around the world. and that's it. Life becomes much more interesting than it is currently. Okay, so in the absence of any other question, we promise we're going to do it within about 30 minutes, and that time has come. But if there is anybody who wants to ask a quick question, we are still happy to take it and make it the last one. You can just raise up your hand and we'll give you a chance to ask a question. But if the explanation is clear, then we trust that we see you at 98 Adeni Jones Avenue in Ikeja in Lagos on May 2, provided you book your space between now and Wednesday so that we can leave a space for you. I will also share link to the website where you can get some information. But if you go to the website, the fee that is there, if you're on this Lovers of PR platform, don't bother about the fee that is there. Just use the code to pay the fee that I have announced on this platform, this meeting. The fee that is on the website is much higher than that. Whereas we will allow you to pay only $250 for the training. The people who are not on this platform are going to pay $450. So you have a 200,000 naira special discount you're putting in the pocket. And then when it's time for exam, you pay 100,000 to write it. Finally, Blessing Ogechi.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, sorry. So I want to ask, I joined lately, but yes, my network is actually fluctuating. I actually joined lately. So, but you talked about early childhood education. So I do an online teaching for early childhood. So is there a way I can enhance my get more clients and also, get more clients?
That's what the public relations training is meant to achieve for you. We explained that before you came on board.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. My network.
Okay. So I have said that, yes, their clients, how are you getting them currently? How do you get people you teach?
Through recommendation, though.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just tell some people I know over there
okay.
that this is what I do.
Okay, so that's a difficult way to do business. You can't depend on a few people who know you. You need to take yourself to a level where you get the wall to have access to what you're doing. If you attended one of the webinars we had recently, I think in the last 1 week, there's Hallows platform where you can launch your courses, and people from anywhere in the world will discover you through that platform, and so you'll be able to teach more people. So as a matter of fact, you can actually launch one lesson. You are just talking, and several people are listening to you, and they all pay for you for it to benefit from what you're saying. So you don't have to keep doing this small one-on-one thing, but you need to get the skills to be able to move to that level. And once you go through the public relations training, you don't need to pay to get on the platform that exposes you to where you can get your clients from all over the world. So don't depend on only on the few people who are in your friends network. That's a small audience. You need to take full advantage of what the world offers. The world is offering much more than what you're accessing at the moment. All right. I hope that your network permitted you to hear what I just finished explaining. Yeah. So by way of summary, that way you're doing it is a way. It's a small business. Yeah. Okay. All right. So on that note, we say wish you a very good evening, and hoping that your career will.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, your career will develop wings.